Hello, my fellow AeroGarden enthusiasts. I kind of did a little bit of a lettuce harvesting video the other day, but it's really hard to see like inside the AeroGarden, especially when it's full with lettuce. So I was actually going to pull this lettuce out and I'm actually going to transplant it into my little outdoor herb garden veg truck, which I'm using for herbs and lettuce. And a lot of times when I go to transplant something, I'll just stick it in a jar with some water for a couple days until I have time to actually transplant it. And I thought, you know what? This is perfect for you guys to be able to see how I harvest lettuce instead of like in the confines of the AeroGarden. So I'm going to do that. Now there's two ways to harvest lettuce. You can give it a haircut off the top where you cut, the first couple inches, or maybe an inch depending. So this is like 3-4 inches long, so you maybe give it a haircut like this, or you can go from outside in. They say not to do more than 2/3 of the plant. I prefer to do outside in instead of the haircut method. You can do the haircut method if you kind of need to get it a little shorter than some of your other lettuces so it doesn't get burned on the tips. You can do both, you can do either or, but just try to keep a majority of the plant there so that it can grow and continue to flourish. Now, I typically go outside in. This is romaine lettuce, and it's actually it's one of the AeroGardens. It's the Paris Island one. And this is actually pretty sturdy. It's a little harder just to pop off with your finger. Some of the other ones, like the deer tongue lettuce, thinner, you can just use your hand. You don't even have to use scissors. But for the romaine, usually sometimes I'll use scissors. So what I'll do is I'll literally just take these outside leaves here, and I'll trim them off. And it's almost like here we actually kind of have a natural little base here. Now this might be more than 2/3 of the plant, but I might just keep this little part here because this is going to flower out, and in here is where I'm going to get more of my lettuce. Now the thing that people sometimes make a big mistake when they're first doing it is they just cut this whole thing off and they leave this little nub, and when you damage this crown in here in the lettuce, this kind of growing tip, it's not like a pepper plant or something else we're just going to branch out and have multiple branches, because it doesn't have multiple branches. It only has one little crown in here. If you damage this in here, it doesn't have anywhere to grow from. That's it. It only has one branch per se. It doesn't have multiple branches and knows where it can go from. So you really want to make sure you don't just go whack-a-do on it here and chop it all off unless you're done with it. In that case, just pop all the leaves off at once and you got leaves. But so you can go ahead, and to get started here, I got this little kind of dead one, so we're just going to clean that guy off. And this one, you can just grab the base with your finger and rip and twist it off like this. Apologize if my hands are a little dirty. I was out digging my garden earlier, and sometimes you can't quite get all the dirt off in the fur wash. You can just do that. I put it in my little salad spinner because I will give them a light rinse, partially just to get any dust off, but also to kind of crisp them up because I stick them in the fridge as well. And then you can also take a pair of scissors and rotate this around here. And we're just going to cut. I'm going to get as close to the base as possible and just snip it off. Look at that. Now, I really like the Paris romaine lettuce because you can make this like a little mini lettuce wrap here. A little lettuce taco. My husband likes to make this Korean dish, like a Korean kimchi pork, or, there's a lot of Korean dishes where you can put meat and you just wrap it with lettuce. Super good. I don't know all the names, and obviously I can't pronounce them correctly because I don't speak Korean, so I'm not going to try too hard. Got that. And I think I'm gonna do this little guy, because really, even though he's smaller, I really want to get these outside ones so that the inside has space. These ones have space to branch out and bloom. Now these guys have a bit more breathing room. And let's see, how much we got here? We got a few. I think I'll do one more. I'm having transplanting this guy. All right, that's good. So I have a couple nice big leaves here still to get a lot of that sunlight. And I still have my crown intact here for it to regrow and let these bloom, because it's essentially going to bloom kind of like a flower and regrow. Get this base a little bit more. And then when I go to transplant him, I will take that little pot out. But for now, I'm going to keep him in this glass jar until I go to do it. I was going to do it today. I probably will do it today. And maybe I'll do a little transplant lettuce video as well. But that's it basically, guys. That's how I harvest my lettuce. Like I said, I basically will give this a light rinse in the sink. I will spin it, and then I will wrap them. I'll lay them flat and wrap them in a paper towel on each side, kind of fold, lay them on the paper towel, damp, fold the paper towel over, and you can either put them in a container like a Tupperware or glass container or a Ziploc bag, and they will keep fresh quite a while. Because you might say, oh, well, this isn't enough for a salad. And you're right, this isn't enough for a salad. Enough for a couple hamburgers, some tacos. But if you kind of want to harvest, you'll be quickly, as you harvest, it's going to regrow back quicker and quicker. And these keep for at least a week in the fridge. So by the end of the week, I got enough for a good sized salad. So it's important to kind of keep them fresh and harvest them as you go. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you learned something. If you love your AeroGarden or growing lettuce and harvesting it outside and you learned something today, go ahead and comment below and let me know. Tell me what works if you do something a little different. If you have a method that you prefer, like the haircut method or harvesting from the outside in, comment below and let me know what you like to do or prefer, and consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be posting more AeroGarden specific videos for sure, and also some of my outdoor garden videos, because to me it's one and the same. I utilize them both kind of hand in hand. I'm currently seeding new seedlings and my AeroGarden Bounty, and I'll be transplanting those outside to my flower garden. So subscribe and follow and see more videos about this. And thank you for watching. Bye.